Well, we're back from Louisville. It's Monday. I have a laundry list of things I got to do. I thought you guys would want to see what showed up while we were gone. The day that we were going to leave, on Friday, I got a phone call from the local tire store, and they said they had a sale going on tires, and I really didn't want to miss out on it. I knew it was coming. The 76's tires were getting pretty bad. Case in point, the old tires are still here. This is the right side tire. Pretty well smooth. There's nothing really there to grab. The left side tire on the front has a little bit of traction at the top. Yeah, tread left. I really don't know what causes that, but it's getting to the point where these tires were on here since I bought the tractor back in 2000. I think they brought it 2010, or no, 2011. It was December, January, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact date anymore. And they put on new tires in the front and the back. They had Firestones on them. I had nothing against the Firestones. The big thing I didn't like about the tires on the back, though, is that the bars weren't really all that curved. They were just straight, simple bars, and they didn't really look like they overlap too much. Like for here, you can see that there's pretty much no gap for leaving any space between the two treads, the lugs, I mean. And only thing I definitely noticed about the Michelins, since we put those on, the rear tires have been on for about 2 years now. It sounds about right, and they really aren't showing much for wear. And this is my main road tractor. This is the tractor that sees the most pavement going between the farms. And really the most I'm really seeing on it is there's a little bit of scuffing up through here, and it really isn't that big of a deal. The tread themselves, I mean, isn't showing any road wear at all. The biggest thing that I was told to watch for on Michelin tires in general is it's not so much the tread you got to worry about as far as that getting worn out. What you got to watch for is the sidewalls getting dry rotted and cracking out on the sidewalls. I've never had that issue. I mean, never really had Michelins before. The reason that I went with Michelins is because they say that the tire tread, they wear forever. There's the guy that put the rear tires on, he was telling us that he was replacing some Michelins for a local guy, and that guy's complaint was he had them on that tractor for 12 years, and they still had over half their tread on them yet, but the sides dried out, and they cracked out, and they're junk. So that's the biggest thing that we try to do, even before knowing that. We like to keep our equipment inside, out of the sun. I mean, when you got the shed space, it's best to use it. So as far as Michelins go, they were definitely more expensive than going back and putting those back on, but my hopes are that these will be on this tractor longer than the Firestones were. And these were on for about 9 years. They were new when I got the tractor, and they've been a pretty good tire, other than the fact, yeah, we've had some puncture wounds. I ran a stick through the one. That's how we got the tubes in them. They were originally tubeless, but that is just wear and tear and things that happen when you're using them, especially going through these fields and everything else. If you guys are wondering about Louisville, you guys are about to be disappointed. I don't have any footage from Louisville. Not because my camera failed, not because I couldn't film. It's because I've never been to a show like that before. We got there about 10 o'clock, and we walked around the whole setup twice, and then I found out that we didn't see everything. I didn't want to really take the time. It sounds bad, but I really didn't want to take the time to stop and try to film stuff. There was quite a crowd, a lot of a lot of younger kids and everything else like that, so trying to really talk about the equipment too much. I just didn't want to be tripping over families and everything else like that, because they were there trying to have fun too, enjoy their day. And to be honest with you, I actually did enjoy just going down and seeing the equipment and going through all the different little booths and everything like that. I did get a bunch of brochures and stuff like that. A lot of random stuff that I really like to see. It is fun to see the nice, new, shiny, brand new equipment. With being realistic, the fact that I'm not about to go buy a brand new tractor or the combines. I mean, that new Fendt Ideal combine that they have up there. I think that's a Fendt. The new Ideal combine. We were looking that over, and that looked pretty neat. But a lot of the stuff that caught my attention was a lot of the obscure booths. We went to like the Calmer chain roll, or not the chain rolls, but the Calmer cornhead roll booth, and I think it was what, farm cutter, I think it was. But just a lot of like the random obscure little booths. We went around that whole show twice, and I know for a fact we didn't see everything, and we were there until they shut the place down, and that is when I guess there was another building altogether that we didn't even get to. So me and Brittany were running pretty good, trying to get around and see everything. And those of you that probably don't know it, I almost didn't go. I had a issue. I was in the ER a couple nights before we were supposed to go down. I wasn't even sure if I was going to go. So I was running. Well, we were both kind of moving kind of slow. Wasn't able to really power walk through everything like maybe we should have to see everything. But the Louisville show is pretty impressive. As far as me going again, I have no idea. I did have a couple of people come up and say hi to me, so thanks for coming up and at least saying hi. And we'll see what the rest of the year brings. A lot of stuff blew up before we went down to Louisville, so that's really what I'm heading out to go work on right now. So with that, I gotta get back in the groove of things around here. It's amazing you're gone for 2 days and you get that much farther behind. So thanks for watching. Take care, take it easy, keep in touch. I'll talk to you guys later.
And now you know the rest of the story.